Live in 5, 4.
How do I
Maybe
know
right
we're
now.
live?
I don't know.
Oh wait, we're live
Say
right
we
now.
are.
We are tWoTcast episode 299. Let's start.
All right, everyone. All right, everyone, shut the fuck up.
Wheel of Time, reread podcast, explicit and R freaking rated. John is the wild card, always talking shit. Joe's the straight man, he's a total dick. Tom calls in if he's not too busy. We are tWoTcast!
Oh, you're listening to tWoTcast, the Wheel of Time reread podcast, now covering Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time, Amazon Prime, something like that. Is that right?
I mean, it sounds right.
Yeah, I had it in front of me, but then I got up to get a drink while the song was playing, and then I realized time was running out, and I was like rushing. So but I'm back in the chair.
It's not a very long song. You can't. It's not a song to run away and get a drink on.
I mean, it's literally.
Although I did do that.
I can touch it. I'm touching it.
Well, that's not far.
Yeah.
You can touch the song and the drink, Jono.
Jono. Joe's here.
Oh, hey, Tom.
I'm Tom, study your math. I was gonna do Hello Sydney, but I'm already yeah, I can't do it.
You already passed Halloween? We went to a haunted house and you're done with Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah, good enough.
I mean, it's kind of the end, right?
Nope. Still
Halloween season. You go to you go to a haunted house. You're done.
Yeah, we went through 2 haunted houses.
Yeah, we did go to 2 haunted houses. And guess what, Joe? The first one was scarier than the second. That's it.
2 haunted houses.
Yeah.
How
much time do you have?
More than you would think. It took a lot of time though. It was fun though. We fucked up. Like we didn't bring as much alcohol as we thought we did. We finished the fucking flask before we even got into the first haunted house.
Yeah, we did fuck up.
Oh, that's not good.
We almost didn't bring the flask.
That's no good at all.
And you guys had a little tippler, and then we brought a 6-pack of beer too and a cooler. So we didn't do this
6
very
beers for 4 people.
well. We'd already been drinking. We didn't want to get caught by the police.
We did have to drive home.
We also thought there would be beer on the premises.
Yeah, I also.
Why did you say that like that? Caught by the police.
I think it is some sort of Halloween thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that Halloween for you? I'll talk like this.
Caught by the police. Yeah, and you should have seen the look on Tom's face and my face when we finished the first haunted house, and we walk into like what was apparently just a gift store, which I don't understand why you need a fucking gift store from a haunted house, which had fake like bloody parts. But we thought we had found the liquor. We thought we'd found like the beer store, and we walked in and was. Well, we can just get out of here. Fuck
hey,
this.
Didn't that haunted house we went to ages ago have a bar at the back end of it? Because that was smart.
That haunted house is gone.
Well, yeah, I know that now. I'm just saying.
At
the time, didn't it have a bar at the end?
I think it had a guy selling beers out of a cooler.
Right, but there was a piece of rickety wood, and he like leaned on it, and he was like, "Hey, you want a beer out of a cooler?"
Well, that would just be the railing on the back of a trailer home. But yes,
no, it was Tom. It was a bar.
Like that was amazing because it was like all Carney's like just definition of. Whereas where Tom and I went was like that place is there year long, right?
Yeah, it was pretty insane.
Yeah.
That thing is built up.
I mean, they have spotlights, and you can hear the metal music playing from a mile away.
This was awful. Rob Zombie made a killing just off of the IP for that. Yeah.
Was this this is near your house, Jono, or Tom's?
Tom's.
Yeah.
Okay. It was fun, though.
Yeah. It was way the fuck up.
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. I was in a hospital.
Are you okay from your surgery?
For our viewers.
Yeah,
or
nobody wants-
listeners. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's debatable if they're
we don't
viewers
have-
or listeners.
We've never had viewers.
I mean, we don't have to talk about it here, but
My-
I'm pretty sure
that's
they're
my
viewers.
understanding. My weirdest part of going to the haunted house was and it said on the website like no one will touch you, and no one did touch me until we got to one part where there were like 2 8-year-old girls like
We went on the part of this.
gymnasts that could turn themselves into pretzels, and they were super fun.
I'm sorry. What now?
And they followed me like spiders and like kept grabbing at the back of my legs, and it was fucking freaky. And you can't punch an 8-year-old girl in the face. It was the scariest part of the whole thing to me.
That should be Tom's motto.
Was that in like a?
Was
Was it? Let me ask you a question. Was it like a room to room thing? Like you're in this room, there's creepy girls, and then you get into the next room, and it's like
Yeah,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all right. So is that like a room to room thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but these 8-year-old girls did follow us.
Well, I mean, what did the next room have to say about your massive boner?
They didn't notice it was extremely dark.
Jokes on
They
you.
didn't. Oh, they didn't. They just didn't see it. They didn't see it. Okay.
Nobody could.
Good. Good. They just didn't see it. They didn't see it. Okay.
Why is it?
Tom, what are you doing over there? I know it's Tom.
Nah,
I know it's not Jono. Jono doesn't have the wherewithal to have YouTube playing and the live stream up at the same time.
I'm the same guy who looks at my phone like, check out what I Googled. It's off.
You're like, hey, look at this. And you're like, it's just a glowing rectangle. What are you doing? Stop it. Hey, boys. What are we talking about tonight?
I think a lot of Wheel of Time stuff happened since you.
There is a lot of Wheel of Time stuff going on.
Happened since you had a baby.
Really? Yeah, twat on Prime.
I can't tell if I'm more excited for the show to start because I can't fucking wait for the show, or if I'm almost like the dribs and drabs are kind of almost like too much. I'm kidding, not enough.
Dribs and drabs
of just content.
I'm super.
Just the dribs and drabs.
Oh,
I'm getting really close to not wanting to see one more goddamn thing and just show me the TV show. But at the same time,
I'm very much there.
New, I'm like, oh yay!
Yeah, don't forget, we support ourselves living from this.
So Tom and I are giant comic nerds, but when the comic book movies come out, I tend to be the guy that's like, I'll watch the first trailer, and then as the movie gets closer, I'm like, I've seen enough. I don't like. I'll start figuring shit out. Like I don't want to see the third trailer. Let's put it that way. You know, like I don't want to see like the thing that comes out right before the movie because I don't care. I'm already going to go see it. You're not buying my seat in the theater, so to speak, marketing wise. So it's like I don't want to see anything else because I'm already invested, but also I don't want to figure out the movie before the movie begins. So like
but you already read
that's kind of where I'm at with Wheel of Time. I'm like, you've shown me enough. It's it's not a lot, but like you've shown me enough, and like that's it. Like I don't want to see anything more. But they just keep bombarding us with more stuff, and I'm like, I can't not see it.
If this was a movie, I would not watch another fucking thing. It's a
the fact that it's a series makes it like a little more understandable.
And then I'm
like a little more open to being like, all right, show me the Shadow Spawn.
2-second clips, and then the actors like talking like candidly and stuff. So like. It's repeat stuff. So I'm not too, but I'm. We're saying this on the eve of the actual trailer dropping tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah, we should just done this tomorrow.
Are you guys?
Let's just do this tomorrow.
Are you guys going to do the watch party with the Dusty Wheel thing?
I haven't been invited.
And support the Dusty Wheel.
Yeah, that guy is a.
I don't know if you know this, but me and everyone hate each other.
Yeah.
He's a dark friend.
Oh wait, we might know each other pretty well.
Sexually?
I think it's that. Yeah, sexually, of course. What else would I be talking about?
You blew the Dustin's wheel.
I'm gonna be trying to figure out an excuse to like go to the office and just like fake work for like a solid hour and a half, starting 8:30 Pacific tomorrow. It's like, oh yeah, I've got a lot of important work to do, administrative work.
I mean, thankfully I'm on paternity leave, so I mean I don't have to do anything.
Well, you
I'm
can
just
just
gonna
do
watch
whatever you want.
whenever I want.
Congratulations,
When's
Joe.
the Dusty Wheel going on tomorrow?
I think they're releasing the trailer in tandem, like with his show or something. I don't know.
No, yeah, they're I think they're doing it like in partnership with him.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw it on Twitter, like, but then I also
5 minutes ago, and you forgot the time.
yeah, I was just also, I was also
8
just
p.m.
going about living my life, so like I kind of noticed and kind of didn't, just really kind of paid attention to.
Tom, our lives revolve around the Wheel of Time.
Technically, they do.
Yeah.
Because the time is a wheel, and therefore our lives occupy a little bit of the spoke of time here.
But I'm going to try to watch it.
Farstrider told us it was Pacific Standard Time. That is helpful.
No, he said
But we're
he's trying to tell us a secret.
We're-
It's a secret, Joe.
We're gonna. Oh, psst.
Yeah.
There's a time. We're not gonna tell you about that here. But there's a time. The trailer number 2. Do I want to see that? Yes, I do. At the same time, I'm like, not so much. I don't want to.
Episode 1. Where's that?
Oh,
Still
November
so far.
19th.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. If I
That
decided
was gonna work.
I didn't want to see anything else before the show came out, it's still so far away. It'd be really hard.
So, something that we need to talk about, and not necessarily talk about it here, but what the fuck are we doing for this show release? We need to come up with some plans, boys. That's all I'm saying. Shh, let's not talk about it here.
You're worse than I am.
It's definitely not. Why did it even come up?
We need to come up with some plans,
But not right now.
but not right now.
What
That'd
are
be
we talking
insane.
about tonight?
But we need to come up with some plans.
Yeah, but not right now.
Not now.
By the way, we are not meant for a live recording session, because what we actually do normally is get into a 12-minute like just way the fuck off topic, and then say we should get back on topic while we're way drunker already.
I think it's fine, Jonah. I think it's fine.
So a lot of video and media and what the fuck ever came out about the show since you've had this baby since the last time we were on here. We're gonna kind of look at
it was
most of
insane.
that.
I was like on zero sleep, and then I was just like, "What's happening? Shadow Spawn?" And then I would just like fall asleep, and I'm like, "What?"
That was the
Logan's
story of
channeling?
Lauren's delivery. Yeah.
You know?
So that's what we're gonna look at and talk about tonight, right?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
What do you want
We're
to?
actually gonna
Well,
watch
first of all, there
videos
was the
of
GQ
Lauren's-
article. Oh wait, Jono, what was that?
We're gonna watch a video of Lauren's C-section, actually.
Oh yeah, I mean it's gruesome, and I
Yeah.
will show it.
I need to pick up this laptop and smash it on the ground.
This is the real home of the house.
Run under the bathroom and claw my eyes out. I don't need any of that in my life.
Spoilers for whole series? What are we doing
Oh,
today?
serious.
Maybe
Yeah.
no spoilers whatsoever.
We have no idea.
Okay,
Spoiler
maybe
for the
no
show.
spoilers whatsoever, but also we say fuck a lot.
I don't know what where any spoilers would come into play tonight.
Well, it depends how much
Yeah.
you've read.
Fair enough.
You may not have, if you haven't read this GQ article, maybe we're going to spoil the GQ article.
I'm gonna stop saying spoilers. Just like it's a gamble. Like we probably won't, but like if we do, it's your fault.
I mean, we are the
Your fault for
reread
watching.
podcast.
Yeah, it's right there in the name.
It's like
Not
in
real.
the name.
It's 2tCast. It flies twice.
2tCast. Yeah. That reminds me. I
What's
need
the first
that. I
thing?
need that Robert Jordan
Are we?
image.
Do we want to start with the GQ article?
Yeah, because we just want to rip through it /
Yeah.
throw the images up and discuss it. I think.
What I love about the idea of starting with the GQ article and saying we're going to rip through it is, as opposed to every other content we have, the GQ article is at least a 15-minute read. Everything else is a 30-second watch.
It's fantastic. My
That's a
biggest takeaway
that's a
from
fair
the
point.
article was I want every single person that reviews this show to be a fan of the books, like that guy
Yes.
was.
Yes. So the fact that it's in GQ is kind of hilarious in its own right, and it just shows kind of just the bizarre dichotomy or juxtaposition, really, of how we grew up as a reader of books versus what the fuck happens now, because apparently that's cool. Which, by the way, is referenced here multiple times. That like when I read book, I know cool, and now it's all right.
I don't know why they wouldn't talk about the Wheel of Time TV show in a men's fashion magazine.
Yeah, men's fashion includes, by the way, cloaks that.
I mean, when I read book, I knew cool.
I knew cool. I want there to be just large.
I don't know what that meant.
John said it 2 minutes ago. I don't know what it meant either.
I know. That's why I just ignored it. I was like, you can't get bogged down with this nonsense.
You can't ignore that.
How dare you?
When I read book, I knew cool.
I know cool.
Just be the new name of our show.
Which will be canceled as well.
Oh, man. Oh, remember back when we read book?
Oh, yeah, we knew cool.
We knew cool back then. I don't know if we know it now so much.
All right, so we weren't positive we were going to talk about this article because Joe hasn't read it. Me and John read it a week ago. None of us have any notes.
Yeah.
I've got notes.
I do want to, but
John
there are
them.
Beautiful pictures, and I do want to discuss them. And I don't need to have read an article to discuss pictures.
Why don't you pop a picture up while John talks about his notes?
Yeah, so
Okay,
one of
sure.
the things I find most fascinating here is not even related really to the actual story, but I was watching the television, and
This is bad.
no, it's great because advertisement for the Eternals coming on, and as you know, there are two of the Starks. I'm sorry, spoiler for that show. Jon Snow and Robb Stark actors, and like the idea that 12 years ago when that show started, which is kind of there's obvious parallels between it.
Yeah.
Like the idea that like in a dozen years, the people from the Wheel of Time show are going to be in like multi-billion-dollar movie franchises is such a weird kind of thing. If you had told me that a couple of years ago, and again, it's not true; it hasn't happened yet. But it's just kind of like, it just seems like a weird thing, really. That these guys who, Rand and Egwene actors, maybe Matt 2, maybe not Matt 1 for whatever reason, could be in just some of the biggest fucking movies of all time.
You think Rand's going to be in Iron Man 17?
Yeah, that's right.
It's possible.
He's Tony Stark's grandson.
Maybe he's Arno Stark.
There you go. Tom's got it. We did it.
Iron Man 2099 reference.
All right.
Let me ask you something. If you thought if you knew that Jon Snow was going to be the Black Knight, would you be like, "Hey, that's a little racist"?
Yes.
Why isn't it the White Knight?
All right, now it's getting racist, Joe, and I don't understand why.
Oh, well, I mean, because he doesn't have black skin, Tom.
It's getting worse. I don't want to be here anymore.
Again, we're not meant.
Well, you don't want to be here.
Podcast. Yes.
Let's see that picture of the White Cloaks again.
All right, yeah, let's talk about
What
White
did you
Cloaks because I
say?
do want to discuss it. Oh, I'm sorry, Black Cloaks.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Well,
Why
what do with him?
Why does almost every horse we've seen so far have a helmet?
They're barded. That's what they do. Although they don't really talk about it for the
But
White
the
Cloaks.
Myrddral's horse also has a skull helmet.
That's what they used to do for horses for heavy cavalry.
All right, I
You
guess.
do know that those aren't helmets, right?
It never
called
happens in the book.
barding.
John has got it.
All right.
Anyway, what do you guys think about the White Cloaks design in general? Before
A little kind of.
Fighting those dresses.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is some fantastic parachute pants, like MC Hammer design part of this.
Are they going to change the name of White Cloaks to like White Tabards or
White tabards?
I don't see
They
any
do wear
cloak. I don't see a
tabards,
single cloak. White togas.
I don't hate them though. I think that's kind of cool. I don't find the left shoulder armor to be very functional personally. Having both left and right arms myself, but again, they look pretty cool. it definitely would be fucking like captivating to walk through like a fucking town.
I mean, I think they look cool in the sense that it's an interesting artistic design. I like that overall. But I like I like the one-armed shoulder pauldron because the sun flares up on the one disc over their shoulder. I think that's pretty cool. And instead of like on their breast or like doing some sort of like embroidery, it's very recognizable.
What if? Well, I guess never mind. I was gonna say if you're one-armed, you're probably just gonna be murdered. I don't know. I just don't. The sigil's not really, to my mind, kind of called out very well. And how do you fight in this cloak dress?
That's all I can think about. They look fantastic. I just don't understand. They're supposed to be an army.
Well, maybe they're like a samurai pants and like split for riding, so to speak.
They're divided for riding.
Yeah, no, I mean, look.
I assume they are. Like they have to be divided for riding, especially if you look at the guy furthest left.
Yeah, there's dudes on horseback, so like I think so. And then also, I mean, I don't know. I think I like the shoulder pauldron in the sense that it has the sun on there. I do wish it was like, so obviously gold is ranking and silver is below that, and the white armor is the everyday soldier, so to speak. But like, I wish the white ones had like the sunburst was golden or something, like, you know, just like, so the sunburst was golden on all of them leading up to the gold shoulder pauldron that just is all gold or something. I don't know.
I like that idea.
Just something to call them out, like more than just like the outline of a sun that can kind of be lost.
That'd be a fascinating thing, like write the amount of like gold links, if you will, on your pauldron. If it goes like, you know, all the way down. Oh, yeah. That's a very good point. Farstrider is discussing where we are kind of on the Memorial Day to Labor Day calendar.
I never considered that before.
Yeah. And also, there's a reason why this is an all-male army.
They have to hibernate for the winter.
Because they're periods.
I will say, one of you guys...
This is it. The shoulder pauldrons are reflective. Shine it in people's eyes. They're all right-handed. To be a white cloak, you have to be right-handed. And you're just going to flash your shoulder pauldron in their faces. It makes sense.
Probably being left-handed is a symbol of like being a dark friend
or internet.
I mean, I would assume so. I mean, I think I like the design overall. I think design-wise, it's striking. Like costume design-wise, it's striking.
Oh,
I wish it was like I said. I wish the shoulder pauldron had like on a plain all white uniform had like the gold on there, because that's what's from the books. Like I don't care that they moved it from on their chest to like here. I don't. Those little details don't matter to me, but like maybe just call out the sun, you know, like. And if it's to like silver gold,
how they would be able to fight. And then Jono mentioned MC Hammer pants, and then to me that I was just like, well, obviously MC Hammer knows how to move. Like we saw him.
Yeah, they're just like
honestly, if they can move as well as MC Hammer, I think they'll fight quite well.
Well, they have taken over.
I agree.
Already. Yeah, they're trying to take over more.
Is it MC Hammer or Mick Hammer?
Oh, it's Mick Hammer. He's Irish.
I mean, it's so obvious.
It's hard to remember sometimes.
Anyway, Mick Hammer pants. Yeah, I think is what you're talking about. All right. All right. Next picture is Moraine on horseback by the Waygate, which we've seen so many times. It's kind of pointless to discuss, but we can talk about it for 5 seconds. Yeah, it's a great photo.
This is not a still from the show, right? This is like a.
I don't think so. It seems like it's just a promotional photograph.
I mean, it does look nice. I still hate the Waygate.
Next.
I'm never not going to hate the Waygate.
Well, so let's discuss that for a minute.
Oh, fucking A. All right, 20 minutes.
I mean, that's a thing. That's a thing. Let's talk about it.
The only thing I want to discuss is that from the original poster, didn't it imply that the Waygate was being created like with the Weeds of the Power or something? You think that's still going to happen? Because this seems like just a still from like whatever.
I feel like one of the things that we have as ourselves as a disadvantage is there's people who pay way more attention to the shit than we do. Yeah. So 80% of the time, we get it wrong all the time. But like there has to be something, right? Because the ways, are out of commission. You can't just walk through them normally. So there has to be something, whether there's a leaf somewhere that's not readily apparent, or it's one power and therefore kind of conflated with the portal stones. And again, I don't fucking know.
Do you think they're hiding like a doorway from us that's CGI later? That's going to be like leaves parting and like a leaf gets picked off, or do you think this is it and that's it? And it's like a mix between portal stones and waygates, and this is all we're getting.
Tom?
I don't know. It's almost becoming somewhat tiresome to try to speculate on it, I guess.
Fair enough. I mean, that's a fair point.
There's a mirror, and that, like, my only real question, like, looking at this right now, like, more in depth, is like, how's the horse going to get up these stairs?
There's easy. There's stairs.
But how's the horse get up those stairs?
And then
horses can walk upstairs.
When they come out the other side, can the horse walk down the stairs?
Are you saying whores or horse?
Tom, all right, stop, Joe. Seriously, Tom, have you ever seen True Lies?
Horse can't walk upstairs. We all know that.
Can whores walk downstairs?
In True Lies, Arnold Schwarzenegger rides a horse up and down stairs, through a elevator. It can do anything.
And that's canon. All right, so moving on.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next picture? We got a lot of videos to look at, too.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay. All right, picture number 3.
If you had a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger on that horse in True Lies, I would have been a fucking loser.
So the one thing about this photo that I do love is that it's ever so slightly more revealing in the fact that, like, clearly that's Tam passed out on the horse, and this is Rand arriving at Emmons Field after Winter's Night. So like, that's we, like, aside from that little tidbit, this is just a cool picture.
I wonder if that's Pain's wagon on the right, or if that's too small.
No, look at the wagon on the right has a big ass Trolloc body in it. Look at the hooves sticking out of the bottom of it.
Oh yeah,
like giant boots. I will say
there's some horse foot legs sticking out of that wagon.
What were you gonna say, Tom?
I'm just glad I gotta, like, with the condensed timeline, it looks like how they were tightening everything up, and with Rand with everybody on Winter Night when, like, Moraine and Lan showed up, I almost wondered if Rand and Tam were actually going to go back home and, like, do the whole thing that they do in the books, and it actually seems like they're going to.
I hope so, because I do find that to be one of, like, the most, like, visceral. You're at home, and then all of a sudden, home is under attack and destroyed. Like, that's a very fucking personal thing to, like, for your character.
Rand
also
looked a little too stunned at the devastation, considering he's already, like, in the middle of town.
Yeah, like he had to have. That's a valid point.
Yeah.
Also, I love that he's got the sword at his hip.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, and I'll throw it back up there in a second, but, like, is he too stunned, or is it like he's in fucking, like, PTSD, like
Bethesda?
He's fucked up from Tam being like fever crazy, and Tam reveals a huge secret to him at that moment, and, like, so it's like maybe he's just, like, wandering through town, like, holy shit, like, I don't know. I don't think it's weird that he's, like, eyes glazed over, and he's already in the center of town.
I'm going the opposite direction. I think he looks far more alert and with some mental alacrity than he should.
It almost looks like he jerked wrecked.
Yeah. All right.
It's a weird question. Does the village look salvageable to you guys? Like, from the GQ article, they made a giant point about how they built the village and then burned it down, and they've never been back again. And in my head, the whole time I'm reading that article, I'm like, what about book 4?
Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't know. What about book 4?
Well, do you guys have to rebuild this whole fucking thing? And I'm just like, maybe they, dressed it up to look burned down, but they can still use it.
I dress up, I get up again, never gonna make it burn down.
All right, no more trouble.
Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting point. I would assume sets can be rebuilt, so maybe they were basing it off of let's burn this shit to the ground to
I
make it
just wonder if
devastating.
calculated destruction, like.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, I would assume so.
if they're really just burned it down, like they're going to do it again. Or maybe we don't get the Battle of the Two Rivers. That would be terrible.
That would be horrible. And as far as Charter's saying, I wonder if they'll go back. They fucking better.
I
guess is my only answer.
Hold on. Remember though, the Battle of the Two Rivers, to a certain extent, is almost a different version of Emmons Field, considering the amount of people that had immigrated over the mountains and the influx of kind of posterity, not posterity, but just kind of like there's more money, there's more everything. So maybe they just kind of chose, fuck it, go with another set.
Okay.
And see if we make it to season 4 anyway.
I mean, that would be almost the second half of season 2, the way they're going.
Maybe, yeah.
Possibly. So what do we know so far? Season 1 is books 1, 2, and 3, but sprinkled tidbits sprinkled. And then book 1 is also in season 2. And then book 2 is also season 2, and book 3 is also season 2. So it's like, I think we're all going to be kind of taken aback, maybe with the initial season in terms of like what they cover and what plot threads seed their way into season 2, and what plot threads we know as book 1 are like visualized and seen. I think it's going to be very different from what
I gotta say again. I am really excited to see this story that I like this much, and I've read it 1 billion times. So it's like I don't need to see it again. Like to see it in a brand new way. I'm pumped about it, man.
Yeah, I know. I think that's gonna be my favorite part about the show. Almost is that it's not gonna just be. It's not gonna be the books that I've read so many goddamn times. It's just gonna be fucking new and interesting. And
I'm grumpy about it.
Oh, Jono, of course you're grumpy about it.
No, I'm fucking delighted to see a different interpretation. Hurry it up while Tom's gone. Let's finish this goddamn article.
Well, I'm going to. So I have this for when Jono says horrible things. And basically, what I need to do is have one of those for when Tom goes to smoke. So let me throw up the next photo here. What do we got here? GQ article. Picture 4. All right, Leandrin and some red Aja. And I don't know if we know the names of them because, again, other people do this better than us.
Oh, those are all cunts. Forget the live. Yeah. So, odds are 2 out of 4.
Again, this picture doesn't really reveal anything other than it's Leandrin and 3 other red Asha. But
honestly, they're probably actually doing their job. Well, technically, half their job, depending on who's Black Aja or not. Probably taking down low game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure where that comes from, but I think my main takeaway every time they focus on the Aes Sedai in photographs and or whatever little clips they're showing us is that I love how they're all wearing red if they're red Aja or whatnot, and but they all clearly seem to be coming from different
backgrounds.
Lands.
We've seen this story before, and I think it's awesome. Like
we have said that before, and then that's kind of the point.
I mean, your horrible language aside, Joe. Like the fact is that this is a wonderfully intentional but well done. It's multicultural as shit, and that's what the Wheel of Time's always been. Look what we've got here. We've got someone in a hood. We've got in a shawl. We've got kind of like what would be kind of Asian, blonde. We've got the fucking the entire world's your oyster kind of thing here, and they're all under one cloak. In this case, a rather bitchy cloak called a red Aja, but that's good enough. No, it's fucking exciting. Really happy for it.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot. What do you think? What the woman next to Leandrin on the right?
Yes,
looks to be like feather type adornments on her clothing?
Yes.
I wonder what that is.
She
So
wanted to be a
again,
bird
it's
growing
not.
up.
It's not that I'm not like. So also, number one, I love the fact that they clearly come from different cultures. But two, I kind of like. I can't wait to learn where those cultures are representing, because that will be interesting to learn. You know what I mean? As
Dumb
time goes on.
guess. She's short. Could be Carrion. You know, instead of having stripes of color on her, like maybe it's just like that. I don't know.
That it's funny. Like my brain immediately went like, I mean, not Sean Chan, but like something like that. Like what has like ravens and her birds and they're like the red eagle of Menethrin. Like what has bird things in their like flag or their like. There you go.
Don't the Terrabonners maybe? And definitely
Maybe.
obviously Mayene has Hawkmoon stuff, but I don't know.
That's great.
That's why I always have a map behind yourself.
You always need a visual aid. It's
Yeah,
very
easier to drive that way.
Did you already discuss the White Cloak prom dresses? We
did, Willie. We did.
Sort of.
Not the prom dress aspect. Technically, they're divided.
Not the prom dress aspect.
I mean, there's a valid point. You want to be divided for riding at prom, but not like that.
I mean, for sure.
We're talking about the labia.
Are you talking about like the meat curtains?
The Mertens, as they're called in.
Yeah, the Mertens. All right, so we've got Logain here in the cage. We've seen this before though, so like this isn't like shocking. But also, I guess we haven't like super analyzed what's going on here in the photo though.
It looks like he is in a cage.
Yeah, no, but the design of the cage is interesting. It's very fucking bizarre.
It's a bizarre cage because it seems like it's going the wrong direction for why it's expanding. You'd probably want to have more room, kind of ground level versus that. Personally, yeah. And it looks like it's kind of joined by almost battle axes or halberds, really, that have been melted together. And he's not real happy about it for some reason.
I mean, no, that makes sense. But also, Ayush said the Asian is Kandor.
That works for me. Yeah, Kandori has definitely got that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so obviously he's being watched most closely by a Grenadier, and then we can see the Renegades that were probably in the scene previous, right behind us. We see a blonde woman and what looks kind of be that kind of Kandori chick with kind of that straight bang haircut.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe a warder on the right, or on what kind of in the center of the screen. Looks like it may be a female warder almost, because it looks like a woman.
She's sitting. She's just like the other Green Aja there. She's another Green Aja sitting right next to them in the back of the carriage, weird cage thing.
Is she? She looks like she's got armor on. Like it looks
she's
metal.
Got the same little overhang seat thing that.
Yeah, that's
off
true.
The other side of it. Yeah.
It looks like armor to me, though. And then on the right, go back to that picture. On the right, we have a horse's ass.
Oh. You said whores is weird.
Next.
We're taking too much time, but let's Amir, let's see. This is awesome, and we have seen this, but like, is there a stole, and is it going to be built into their clothing every time, or is this just this one dress, or is this what we're going to see every time? That's kind of what I want to talk about. I hope so.
One of the things we probably should have done was probably rewatch Ace Ventura 2. Oh, I made that joke too? Damn it. I hope it's different every time. I kind of like the idea that it is almost part of the dress, but that seems realistically very stupid.
I do like this up close image of the throne itself. And I mean, like, even to the point where like the 7 little circles lead into 7 smaller circles, lead into 7 smaller circles, lead into 7 little triangles. And
it's a very confused Venn diagram.
That's pretty cool. I mean, just like the 7 Aja leading all culminating in the center thing. That's pretty cool. I liked it. Side note, she looks amazing as Amira Lindsay. I guess that's all I really have to say about the picture. All right. Well, what do we have here? What do we have here, Jono? What are we
I
doing?
think that's it really for the for that article. There's a few quotes that always kind of entertained me, but they're not really that important. Like Jordan loved his characters so much he couldn't kill them off.
Tom's
maybe.
back.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Tom, we're done with that article unless you want to talk more about it.
No. What if the Maryland seat just wears gold all the time?
She loves gold.
All right,
Goldfinger and gold member.
That was the only comment I needed on that. That was perfect.
Let's see what I got.
Don't need another.
Oh man.
So what are we looking at next?
Porn.
I think let's
real.
do this. And
We've seen this, Joe.
I know that's the article. Relax.
Go to it.
Let's click on this guy right here and we'll watch this little video here.
Doesn't seem to be working.
Or not. I'll restart it. Hold on.
I mean, I'm sure none of the listeners like when things don't work, but I always think it's hilarious.
I mean, I think it's funny.
It's called cutting edge journalism. No, we haven't seen from the beginning though, Joe. You're fast forwarding it.
I want this to be like this all the time. That I fucking love that part.
Rafe Jukes.
No. The part I love that part. No, the part in the woods where the army's coming down and Logan throws his arms in the air and everything explodes is fucking awesome.
Wait, what was that?
Joe, were we supposed to be watching this live with you, or
Can you hear it?
no?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You're not starting
You can hear this?
You haven't.
you started like 18 seconds in, and
Dial it down, guys. We've been doing this for 5 minutes
That's
live. Like, all right. What did you not hear? Did it not play the audio or what's
I'm
going
gonna
on?
play the audio
no audio.
at all. I don't
okay.
know how much we need the audio though.
Okay, well, let's turn off the audio for me so I can hear you guys talking.
Oh,
you see
missed
it
a lot.
playing.
Yeah.
There's the way game.
All right, well, that's all that's important. We don't need the audio.
Now, do you think they're going to have Joe cards? Pause it, Joe.
Pause it. You're going too fast.
Yeah.
I'm
go
just
back.
letting it play. Relax. What do you want to talk about?
Do you think they're going to have Joe cards in it? I felt like that kind of didn't really make sense. I mean, those were kind of destroyed in the Age of Legends. And yet we clearly see one on screen right there.
There's one right there. Yeah.
We're new age, Jono.
I guess that's true. I just kind of expected that to be kind of phased out by now.
Isn't it weird that car can't drive faster than those horses?
It does seem like a flaw from the Age of
It
Legends.
doesn't have a lot of horsepower, Tom.
What do you do about that?
You just gotta get more horsepower.
You just got to get more horse in the engine.
What are we looking at here? This
know.
looks like a funeral and
That looks like
Karen?
Karate. That looks like
And
the
Naneve?
Karate Kid. Looks like the part in Karate Kid too.
All right, yeah. Karate Kid 2. Okay. So
That makes
Karate
sense.
Kid 2. And then we get Way Cloaks, which we kind of already analyzed.
This
Party
guy-
dress.
By analyzed, I mean analyzed. Shadow Logoth right here? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I assume that's Rand.
I'm
It-
pretty sure that's
like
Thor Odinson.
Oh, I got that way off. So Matt Coffin.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, this is a disconnect, but that was pretty cool. This is the one. Let's just get to the point that matters in this trailer. Wait
Evans
for
Field.
it, and who cares? And who cares about
No,
Rafe
you
Judkins?
missed-
And there it is.
You missed
What's
Logan.
about Rafe Judkins looking like he orgasmed briefly on that?
Let's talk about fucking Tom Maryland, boys. Are those mustaches long
No.
as you want them to be?
No.
What about a guitar?
No.
I've hated that from the beginning.
I've got a guitar right there. No one thinks that's special.
I mean, it doesn't bother me.
I mean, it just seemed like such an obvious. Of course, he's going to end up with like. I don't know. Maybe a lute or a lyre is just as kind of like quintessential fantasy and overdone, but a guitar seems like you're not trying that hard.
I always expected him to be more wizened, I guess, in my head.
Yeah, like a little bit older, a little more like. Yeah,
like this guy can obviously fuck anybody in the common room.
100% agreed. I mean, I think it looks great. I think he looks great. I don't care about the guitar. The only thing that I'm genuinely concerned about is they've already robbed us of water cloaks. God damn it, if he doesn't have a gleaming patch cloak. Like, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad if he doesn't have it.
It's not that expensive. It's literally just a fucking like sewn up like red sheet.
We know.
Like,
I mean, we do know.
I'm literally surprised he's not fucking somebody in this picture.
You know what?
He drilled the hole in his own guitar.
In the middle of a common room, just telling a story in high chant.
Everybody wants to bang the person in the band, and he is like literally like there's only one. Like he's like 1 in a million.
So the point being is like this is the first shot of Tom that we've gotten that like we knew he was cast. We knew like it's kind of like this is as exciting as if we had seen Loyal. Like like Tom Maryland and Loyal were like, oh, I can't wait to see them.
I feel like you mispronounced,
kind of thing.
I feel like you mispronounced men.
Oh, I did mean to say men.
That's really all I'm looking forward to for the trailer tomorrow. If there's no men in the trailer, I'm just gonna once again smash my laptop.
There better be fucking Loyal in the trailer tomorrow. Men. I meant men.
My laptop. Lauren C-section and no man in the trailer.
I made the trailer, by the way, so good fucking luck. Yeah. By the way, my thought was going to be like, this is what High Chant looks like.
I don't think High Chant's another name for cunnilingus, but I think if you do High Chant while doing cunnilingus, like you're in.
Yeah,
you've
you've aced the class. Anyway, but so in terms of this little like whatever spot they want to call this on Twitter, that was the one part of this whole thing that I was like, yes, it's Tom Maryland. I don't know. I'm excited just to see him.
It is weird that like we've seen so many other things, and maybe it's intentional, I guess. Well, obviously it's intentional, but like there's certain like crumbs you want to give to the audience that already is in the know. And like I think that I don't know if I've ever heard of someone who doesn't like Tom Maryland as a character, right? Is there anyone you've heard of who like, I didn't really like how Tom Maryland was a badass throughout the entire series that he was there. No, like that doesn't fucking happen. Like you get tired of Rand, you get tired of Matt, you get tired of Perrin, you get tired of whomever. You don't get fucking tired of Tom Maryland because he doesn't do anything that's too over the top. He doesn't do anything that's just annoying. He's not moody besides briefly drunk in spoiler book 3. And
yeah,
I said spoiler in time.
Can you imagine if somebody like threw down their book because you said that? I'm like, well, I can't finish the series now. I got
I'm out.
But like, so they're just now putting him in, and like the smallest piece of trailer is almost like kind of weird. I feel like they could have done this way earlier because he's fantastic.
They're saving it. Wait for the official trailer tomorrow. We'll hopefully see everything.
I mean, I hope so. What do you think of this Socrates-looking asshole in the background?
Is the background painted?
That's Plato, first off.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. My mistake.
Oh, we're gonna go with Socrates. Tom already is excited for his crossover episode of Bill and Ted in Wheel of Time.
That guy.
Oh, Keanu? I'm in.
Well, Jesus. What the fuck?
My point being is based on that one dude and the people in the background. Do you think when do you think we'll meet Tom in the show? Like, is it Tar Valon? Like, when are we gonna? Because I don't know if this is 100% true, but like Barrelon might not be a thing. It might not be in the show. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
When are we seeing Tom? Like, I don't think he's gonna be in the Two Rivers.
It definitely doesn't look like the Two Rivers. Obviously, it's not what we've seen so far from the Wine Spring.
I don't think this is the Two Rivers, but when do you think we meet Tom in the show?
I don't see why we can't meet him. Maybe this could be him actually doing something in Barrelon or Whitebridge or later.
Tom and Min are both cast for season 1, so
yeah. So why can't this be?
I don't know.
This is. I'm sorry to get you off track, but this.
Oh,
is
it's fine. Fuck it.
The braid flip. The braid flip was fucking amazing.
Do it again.
I'm trying. It's kind of fucking amazing.
That is the part.
God damn, Neve. That's better than a braid tug.
I know. Is that what it's going to be all the time? Because it's fucking incredible.
If she's like every time she braid tugs, I'm like, I'm in. Tom at Four Kings.
I like that. Yeah. Well, did he ever cut up?
It's very possible.
Yeah, why not?
What if it's just Rand and Matt meeting him at Whitebridge? You know, like
well,
they don't.
No
one knows him. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you because I tune out all the time.
That's fine. But no, I mean technically they shouldn't have met at Whitebridge because they would have been there together. And they never met at Four Kings either. But I don't mind that idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we all agree. I think everybody agrees with that. The only other part from this bit I like
is Breen's Landing.
The only other thing I like from this awesome thing with Nynaeve, Tom, and then River is Logain blowing people up in the fucking woods is fucking incredible.
Wait, I skipped over Logain?
Yeah, it's back.
Back. When?
Further back.
What about Rafe Judkins? What about Rafe Judkins? Wait, about Rafe? Wait. What about Rafe? Wait.
Rafe Judkins may be more of a
there. Look at him with his arms in the air and the explosions going off. It's fucking amazing.
Wait, that's not Logan. Whose arms are up? Green Aja?
Well, whoever it is, it's awesome.
That's fucking awesome. You're right. That is pretty cool.
That's like my favorite part of the clip.
Well, Joe apparently.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
It is very. If you watch it at full speed, it's very fast.
Oh yeah, it's a millisecond.
Alana, sorry guys, sorry.
Jesus, calm down. We know it's Alana. We didn't.
Again, as I said, it's
because we're drunk. I mean, because it's fast, not because of our inebriation level.
Well, I mean, I have watched this previously.
All right, let's skip to the next thing.
All right.
Next.
What is the next thing?
Oh, we're done.
The next thing, guys, is Shadow Spawn, and I guess I need to do this every time, and I will from now on.
Oh, real quick, by the way, Joe, I want you to know that the U.S. women are going to win.
Oh, my God.
What?
Land covered in blood, Moraine covered in blood, Shadow Spawn. A lot of this. We're going to have to... Let's go through this a little slower. Okay.
All right. Pause.
Hold on. Okay.
This with a helmet.
Yeah. We've got some very cool looking Trollocs here.
Look at that goat face motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'd fuck him.
No.
Just a little bit of eroticism on, like, with the Trolloc, like half man, half animal.
Mm-hmm.
Not that one.
I mean, I like the horns, but he doesn't look like he's been to the dentist in a while.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, look at the mouth. The mouth. I mean, just the mouth alone.
Yeah.
Disturbing.
So good.
Yeah, that's not coming from me.
Not turned on at all.
Yeah.
Amazon on Prime.
Whoa. Let's not say not at all.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, in the scale of Shadow Spawn, I'm not very turned on by that particular Trolloc.
I keep a constant level of moisture.
Yes from no, but
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So again, the Myrddraal, I think they fucking nailed it, by the way.
I like it. I just always pictured them more as stately gentlemen that didn't have eyes that were all
stately gentlemen,
like a Myrddraal butler. I wasn't expecting
welcome to the White Tower, my lord.
Rows on rows of teeth.
I do have to agree. To a certain extent, like I felt like they were kind
fair
of
enough.
Like not a full answer to, but to a certain extent, kind of like the idea of like the Black Ajah version of Hoarders. Not fully. They're not quite that cool. They're not quite that like interesting, but they're like they have like there is something kind of stately about them. Or in this case, they look like the world's worst vagina on an empty face.
I don't know. I think
I call my wife.
I like the weird fucking crazy mouth rows of teeth shit that they've got going on.
Yeah,
but I think I like it because it looks like it's revealed, like it's like they can pass as like a normal human-ish if their cloak is pulled up. But like when they like pull their cloak down, they're like, "Rah!" And yeah, I kind of like it. I don't know.
I'm not saying they didn't make a scary monster. I'm just saying it didn't necessarily fit my.
I do feel like they hit Dragcar and Myrddraal together as a face, and like that they kind of.
Okay, that's a fair point.
You know, I only picture the Dragcar.
What do you think about Lan and Blood Splatter? Like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Was it more in minstrel joke? No.
Yeah, definitely not. But I feel like asking the question.
Moving on.
Made it happen.
Again, knowing that there's a live audience really kind of.
All right, so looking at this picture of this fade, like they don't need to have a rule in the Borderlands. Like, look, you can't come in with a hood up. Like, hood up or not, like I can definitely tell you're not a person.
Are they really all that good looking? No.
That looks like a thing that one of James Cameron's submersibles finds like on the bottom of the ocean when he breaks a record for like the deepest diving thing. Like, and it like, swims up to the camera.
Like the Myrddraal should just have like a weird tentacle with a light bulb hanging down.
Lanternfish are badass.
Underwater.
Like, there's no fucking way that thing can't pass as human.
I mean, I kind of agree with the Voldemort thing, but we all know it's a ripoff of Harry Potter.
Exactly right.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone does.
Oh, never mind. You know what? That does look human.
Yeah, it does. I think it does.
That's one pissed off dentist.
I mean, I went to my dentist the other day, and they were like, "Joe, Jesus Christ, you're flossing too much. You've sliced all your teeth into little sharp razor blades." And I was like, "What do you mean floss too much?"
I use a file.
It was a weird conversation.
They never said in the commercials you could floss too much.
So a lot of this is what we've seen before. Like, we've seen before.
That's big tits on that Trolloc, yeah.
But it's so fast. There's some little tusks on the Trolloc.
Well, Joe, since you didn't read the article, you might not know that every Trolloc has horns and they're all magnetic and they just move them around to make them all look different.
Is that true?
Yeah,
it is true.
It's amazing. Good job, costume department, I would have to say on that note.
That was a really
Who do you think that is? Pat Fane.
Yeah.
Just getting knocked down. You're going to die. Not really.
I can't believe how badly he set John up for a Chumpawamba joke, and he didn't. Like, he started to.
I said but he gets up again.
But you didn't do the whole thing.
And he got up again, Tom. He got up again.
Third person.
Who is this fighting right here? Who am I looking at?
I can't even know what I'm looking at all. It just looks like a teddy bear. And
with
then-
claws.
No, there's a teddy bear. There's a teddy bear claw, and there's
Looks like
somebody
an-
attacking
looks
it
like
in
an
the
axe.
middle. Longish hair, beard, goatee. I don't know.
Oh, that sword goes through that neck.
Slice, and then we're to mid-roll. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of that one. So here's the low gain one. Let me restart it because I assume I need to.
I don't know if I have a ton to say about it.
I haven't watched this either.
Really? Because like this is crazy. Look at this right here.
I will say this. Somebody posted it like when it first came out, and
Yeah.
like, made a Prince of Persia joke, and I literally thought that it was a clip from Prince of Persia. And then it was like 2 hours later, I was on Twitter and I was like, "Wait, this is real?" I mean, I was working.
Not many horses would put up with a skull on their face. No peripheral vision.
Willie
That's
Stickman,
true, Willie.
All whores have skulls on their faces. It's covered in flesh. Come on, man.
All right. So
Anyway, I really like the I like this. I like the this channeling effect.
Yeah, that would be the
That's
biggest thing
fucking
to talk
cool
about.
as shit. I don't know. And I assume they're going this way, that the male half the power is black in color, and then
What about those flying knives?
and then the female, every time like Moraine channels, it's white. So like I think that's what they're going for, which is fair. I did sort of like the idea of like them being like multiple colors in terms of like earth and wind and or like air and water or whatever they're using. But it makes sense in terms of the dichotomy.
Is he throwing those? Like, is that like blaze of the power or something, or is that things hitting him and bouncing off?
No, those are arrows like flicking off.
Yeah, there's someone shooting arrows at him, and they're just bouncing off.
Yeah, that's projectiles.
Yeah, there you go.
Being deflected. He's got Tom. He's got an Iceman shield.
He's got an Iceman style shield. I mean, that's how he would have fought.
This is interesting. Low gain just being like, you can channel, Matt. So this is clear that this effect to me looks like a shield.
Yeah,
Like they're shielding him,
like a
right?
jellyfish.
I kind of hate it.
I mean, he's about to go underwater. They're like, "Hey, do you want to go to the Sea Folk Island and just live your days out there? You know, here's an air bubble."
Is that
Yeah,
is that,
and they're like, "Here's an air bubble. Yeah, like go hang out, have fun." So again, a lot of this we've seen before. Again, I think the main part of this little clip they showed us is this stuff right here, like the channeling and like the one power flowing down towards his hands, like that shit's pretty badass.
it is
Deflecting of the arrows.
I don't know. I've got thoughts on that.
No? Yes?
Well, I mean, I think about the times that like Rand talked about how quickly he snatches Satan. Like, is that we're going to see instead, like if his first time grabbing the source, like it being the slowest kind of like, you know, that kind of black streamer coming towards him. And as it gets better at it, it gets faster and faster. And then, you know, when he's done, like when he's so talented towards really book 7 before he goes too fucking nuts, like it just envelops him instantly. Because remember, like that's one of the things is like he feels any sort of distraction, any sort of like not distraction, but like threat, and he's instantly like full and grab it, full and grabbing it, kind of thing. Oh, when you clean the taint, it's kind of more like flesh colored with some, well, for me, kind of like reddish brown.
Yeah, it depends on how hot the water is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, you're talking about that in terms of it being quick, Jono, but like, I'm slowing that down. That was like a millisecond of the fucking frame. So like,
in a millisecond, you're dead, Joe.
I don't know. I think it's going to be well represented in terms of like Rand learning the power and shit either flowing fast or working for him. The visual of this, the way it flows around his arm, and it's quote unquote working for him. So it's like doing what he wants it to do, lends itself to like later scenes in later seasons when Rand is going to be not good at doing what he's trying to do, or the power, he's going quote unquote crazy and the power doesn't work for him. It might be like more erratic looking and like sporadic, and like it's just flowing down towards his hand. It's very seamless. I don't know,
but I don't like the idea. Like, to me, like, channeling has always been, and I hate the term because I'm awful at the kind of, deeper levels of it, like linked to the soul per se, because I got a quick spoiler for everyone. Turn off your phone or whatever the fuck and throw your book down. Rand's gonna lose a hand. It's like having this kind of be flowing down his hand. I don't think makes sense personally. I've always felt like channeling and like where like you cut someone off is almost like not like literally the scalp, but kind of like that idea.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see where you're coming from.
Cerebral soul, like whatever,
yeah, but
whatever John.
I'm just throwing out a for instance here. But for instance, if Rand is doing those hand motion that Moraine has displayed, and she's kind of going like, he's kind of like, here's a waygate, or here's a barrel fire, or whatever he's doing, he can still do that with like a stump. Like that's not gonna like change the flow of the one power
unless he's doing this,
like per se. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got to diddle a little bit, a little.
Huh.
Just a little.
Nah, we're going. Yeah. No, and you're not wrong. And obviously, there are people like there's Aes Sedai and Ashman that have problems, like that feel like they have to use their arm strength. They have to like throw. They have to like do that kind of motion. So, I guess having it wind down to Logain, someone who's got both arms, makes sense. Whereas with others, maybe they don't, right? Maybe it doesn't rush all the way down to his arms. Maybe it just stops, like, almost, kind of, I don't know.
Maybe it just rushes into his pelvis or somewhere.
Where... There's one dude who just only humps.
Just shooting death gates.
How did you shoot Balefire? No one likes to watch that. Fuck off, dude.
Please don't.
Yeah, please don't.
Well, we have one last thing to do, except Tom's not here.
Who?
Oh, all right. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't know why I love that.
So, why is that funny?
Also, it's the first time I've heard the music.
This is the first time you've heard the music?
Yeah, we kept telling you it was like we didn't hear anything.
Oh no! So the other Twitter videos I couldn't like pull off. This video I have separated.
I gotcha.
But I'm just gonna add Tom in so I don't have to pay attention to when he exists.
The same way. It's about sex, yeah.
All right, let's watch this shit.
I am Moraine Sedai. 20 years ago, I learned a secret. A vision of a baby being born. A baby who could change the world. In the last age, the Dark One was trapped by the last dragon at the cost of almost everything. 20 years ago, the last dragon was reborn. We don't know where or to whom. What I do know is that my mission is to find them. But we're running out of time. The Dark One is waking. His whispers are already in the backs of our minds. If I do not succeed, the Earth itself will burn. And the whole world will turn to darkness. There will be one who can stand against him. The dragon has been born again. Who is the dragon reborn?
So
right, let's fucking talk about that shit.
My first impression is the fact that pause it real quickly. Like, first off,
Sure. Yeah.
I got two first thoughts. My first thought, overarching, I guess, which is a real first thought, is this is the first real time that you see that, and it's true as a reader, but every single piece of like press until the last few months has been that Rosamund Pike was the main character, which, I think she's a fantastic actress, lends a lot of star power, very fucking instrumental for this series. But if Rosamund Pike were the main character of the entire series, I'm going to lose my fucking mind, because that's not the goddamn point here. Similarly, if Ned Stark, spoiler again, were the main character of Game of Thrones, I'd lose my fucking mind. But in this case, they clearly kind of hammer on to the point that she's looking for the Dragon Reborn who's there to save the world. And therefore, even if she's the most prevalent character, the most important character is Rand. By the way, he's also the Dragon Reborn. I said spoiler.
So on that note, though, like, this is the cool part about this trailer, and I kind of hope they do this in a little more detail, like, throughout the series. It's not just like Rand, Mat, Perrin. It also shows Egwene for like a split second, if I'm not wrong. Like, hold on, let me like go here, maybe.
You can go where you want to.
Yeah, so it shows Egwene for like a millisecond. So like it's like Egwene, Rand. Yeah, exactly. And I've said this on our podcast back when we were just talking about the books. I was like, it'd be kind of cool if she was a Taviran. It'd be kind of cool if she was, like I've said that for a long time. I like that the series is kind of taking this moment to be like, hey, it might not be Rand or Matt or Perrin. Kind of thing. Like, it could be
the last Dragon Reborn.
It's Dav, Bashi. It's Dav. It's Dav.
Turns out it's Dav, everybody.
Did it bother you guys when she referenced the planet as the Earth?
Kind of.
No,
it did seem
not really.
Weird to me. It did seem like we were kind of like, by the way, this is Earth. Did you know that this was supposed to be a different time zone for Earth, the planet on which you live? It did seem unnecessary, considering that she then says planet.
Like, I don't know why it stuck out to me, but
it did sort of stick out to me. But I guess it didn't bother me. I don't know. Yes and no, I suppose, is my answer.
But no and yes.
But no and yes at the same time.
No. I never thought the show was going to be about Rosamund Pike. I'm pretty sure I said this before, but I think the biggest way you get a movie star to do the show is to be like, hey, you don't have to be here after the first season or the second season. And then, like, if it's a hit, come back in 6 years and everyone's going to fucking lose their minds.
Yeah, come back out of that crystal door or redstone doorway. I agree with that, except for the fact that like all the fucking press just seemed like not just like month one, like this is the Wheel of Time with Rosamund Pike, but it still seemed very much non-related to like the idea that women Chandlers were in charge, which yes is very true, and that's one of the things that's very, very important. But that's not where the series goes. The whole point is balance.
This might upset everybody, but it's really not being made for us. It's being made for
by us. You mean book readers? But yes, I agree. I agree.
People that they need to watch the TV show, and they don't like. Obviously, they care. They don't want us to. But it's not for us.
They want us to like it, but it's not for us. It's for the broader audience of like.
Whoa, we don't call them broads anymore. No, Jesus.
They're literally.
Oh, sorry. I thought they were called broads still.
For this to be a success, they have to tailor this to soccer moms and frat boys. Like, it's got to be.
Can you imagine?
Those are the only.
I mean, there's a lot of those. There's a lot of those.
Joe, Tom, can you imagine, like, for book club this week, I brought The Eye of the World. Like, you brought a 750 fucking page, you piece of shit.
Well, how'd you
Anyway.
like the ending? Like, oh, this is not the ending.
Honestly, what did you guys think about this Moraine's Quest trailer in general? Like overall, like I almost feel like it's a better trailer. Like that, even though it's not a quote unquote trailer, like it was almost better than what they showed us before. Like
the teaser is just like a bunch of stingers with no dialogue and music and shit.
Yeah.
So, more dialogue here is always
this seemed more
good.
like here's a path. This is a purpose. This is what we're doing with the show.
Yeah.
And imagery that matches what I'm saying. And like, I don't know. I just liked it in general overall.
No, I think that's awesome. And
That's
like
really
your
good.
freeze frame here, that's a fantastic little dichotomy posit of like, here's winter's night. Like the fucking girls.
And the funeral. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
they're
it's
doing that for the ring aspect.
for
and
Beltane
they're doing
Hall.
that for like,
the Beltane Hall, and then it's just a bunch of corpses is the next one. I think that's
Did you guys stop on that one? And it's hilarious that it's corpses. So or not that, like, there's one that looks like it's a bunch of like bloody bodies on the ground.
Oh, that comes up next.
So the reason I pause it here, Tom, though, and Jono, is one of the things that I want from the show is like, and anyone that's watched Dune in the last couple of days since it came out on HBO Max or whatever, or in theaters, is like the scope of it is fucking amazing. Just like somebody on screen is this little tiny inch, and like the whole fucking screen is this huge scene, and like this that's what I wanted from the Wheel of Time. Like I just want the scope of it to feel Lord of the Rings movie scope. Like I want that scope of holy shit, look at the breadth of the land, like look at the scope of this city, like look how vast this world is, like especially when they go in the future seasons, when they go to the waste. Like I want that like
the definition of epic fantasy.
Yes. And like so like this little
really
shot
really
right
good.
here kind of kills it for me. Like I'm
And
just like
I
nailed it.
wonder where this is. This looks like there's two characters, which I mean, obviously.
Well, I think it's Matt and Rand, because like the little bit we got from the trailer was them leaving Shadow Logoth, and this is kind of the terrain that they were hiking through, and I think it's right after that. But I don't know where it's at.
It shouldn't be. Like I'm always wondering if it's Rand and Moraine or like Lan and Moraine, but they look like
It's
like kind of on their way like to the two rivers. Or after, I don't know. Like,
I don't think so. I think it's Rand and Matt just based on what we saw, what we've seen before. But maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think we're going to see Lan and Moraine traveling to the two rivers.
I don't think. Maybe we will. Maybe
there she is on the way to the two rivers.
Do you see the look on her face walking through that village? Like, look at these fucking rednecks. Holy shit.
She's like, Jesus Christ. Have you seen these fucking people?
Unreal. What a bunch of fucking hate.
Look at that Sen Buoy thatch making son of a bitch.
That ring.
That's pretty cool.
Jesus. Yeah.
I know. How do you guys feel about the embellishment of the
a little too ostentatious for me.
Really? I don't think I care all that much. I'm just like,
Can you imagine wearing that? Like that's just not practical. Like I bought my wife a nice wedding ring. It's not that. And I can't imagine what the fuck this woman's gonna punch someone with on accident, or what she does when she's like, scraping her hands across. Like, it just is literally impractical for someone who's gonna wear it for 250 fucking years.
That's your concern?
I'm sorry. Am I wrong?
No, I honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I don't like it. But at the same time, like I don't care enough to care.
We
to
don't
care. Yeah,
we're for 2.5 centuries.
It's whatever. It's fun.
I don't care enough to care is my exact stance. And John was like, "It's impractical. Someone's wearing this for 250 years."
I think we
Be out of your mind.
When we
how heavy is that ring?
Yeah, we discussed how developed their forearms are going to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's to compensate for the lack of ageless faces. It absolutely is. That's what that is. Anyway.
So it's like the Mustang with a loud muffler.
Well,
There you
hold
go.
on a
That
second.
was
Do
the,
you guys see this fucking? That's what you're looking for, Tom.
Yeah, here's your symbolism right here. 1, 2, 3.
What's the?
4.
It's the dark ones. It's the dragon's fang.
Yeah, it's the dragon's fang of corpses, which of horses.
Of sheep corpses.
Oh, shorses.
Oh, who's standing?
How
in the
did you
middle of
not?
that?
How did you not recognize that those aren't horses, Jono? I'm so disappointed.
I haven't seen the inside of a horse in a long time. My wife
is-
has been pretty cold.
Who is that? Is that Lan Perrin?
I wonder if it's a bubble of evil.
Bubble of Evil? No, I don't think so.
Well, but think about it though. Like, if we're looking to early book 3,
That's got to be.
I don't think it's
Lan.
Lan. I think it's Perrin. But you're right, Tom. It must be Lan. I don't know. That's hard. That's hard to say.
Oh, right. Somebody
We get almost nothing from that. Perrin? I think it's Perrin.
What if it is?
I mean, we
Lan,
could guess
you know,
anyone.
And Tam was just like, "Oh, go tend to the sheep," and he's like, "Oh fuck."
just got them all in a circle.
What if
Oh,
it's Perrin
man.
just like, hey, you want to go hang out? What the fuck happened to
I
your
did these
sheep?
things way too hard last night.
That's it. When I drank a lot of beer last night and I murdered a lot of animals.
That is the aftermath of a human centipede or a sheep centipede.
Goodness gracious. Wait,
Oh.
but then we get the flip. We get the flip coin in the shape of that rock.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the flame of Tarvalon, guys. You see that?
It's
That's
pretty
pretty cool.
fucking cool.
Shatter
And then
Logoth.
Shadar
Okay.
Logoth.
Do a really good job.
I think Shadar Logoth is
So
perfectly fucking good.
It's an unfortunate place to pause.
Still get ran.
what?
sucked.
This one? This place?
So what do you think? Like, to me, like, oh, that was something on my screen. There's a little dot on my screen. I was like, "Is that cum?"
Was that come? No,
Almost-
I really like that they showed that because they said something along the lines of like the dark one is further reaching than we had ever thought or something like that. And it shows like Perrin and Rand and like multiple people like waking up from dreams. The point is we haven't seen much of like, are they going to do the Teleran Riyadh? Like, is there going to be Dream World? Is there going to be how much of that shit in book 1 is actually going to be in the show? That was a kind of solid note that at least they're going to be having like nightmares of a kind or something, like where they're going to be like, oh fuck,
It would
I
be
just
weird-
saw
it
something
would be
crazy in my
weird if they
mind.
didn't do that.
It would be weird if they didn't do that, but that was the first instant that we've seen that they will do it. So like I was like, oh fuck yeah, that looks awesome.
It's almost weird.
So I
that
think that was like my one takeaway from that.
at the start of this, the Moraine says the Dark One is like in the back of everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like dick jokes, right? Like everyone's trying to not make dick jokes at work, but
I
you're
mean,
all making dick
Yeah, and also everyone's sending dick pics. So like,
Yeah,
you just,
so again-
my inbox is filled with dick pics.
jokes. But you're not talking about it.
What else would it be? In
But I
your-
don't talk about it.
It makes sense. Yeah.
And by inbox, you mean your butthole, and by dick pic,
Mhm.
you mean dick.
Yes.
Technically, my inbox, I mean my urethra, because I'm into sounding, wherein I put things in my urethra.
How did you make this worse?
Let's just focus on this is all a ripoff of Harry Potter and have a good time.
Thank you. That's a good point. Hey, one of the things that when we watched it the first time with the sound on, that I found kind of annoying, is they kept calling Rand, or they kept calling Lews Therin the Last Dragon, or they're calling Rand the Last Dragon, and then only briefly the Dragon Reborn. Like,
Yeah.
was, like, the terminology was kind of, and I get the idea that last has two meanings. One isn't literally the last, the ultimate one, or the previous one, but it seemed kind of, maybe I'm just, not in love with the terminology. Like
there is something weird about that.
Yeah.
I think
It
she's
almost-
saying I don't know. All right, it doesn't make sense if you're saying he was there was the last dragon, and everyone knows there's going to be a new one, or he was the last one, as in the final dragon, but somehow the dragon has been reborn.
Well, that was the 1985 movie, The Final Dragon.
They're both weird.
Yeah.
Either way you interpret it.
So again, I get the idea that last could have been like, it could have been like the previous one, but it just seems last sounds too final. It just, I don't know. I don't like the terminology.
I feel like they do mean the previous one, but yeah, again, like it does make it sound final. It's
Yeah.
odd. It's an odd choice. But at the same time, weird choice for the title of the hero or character by Robert Jordan to call him the Dragon, I guess, because if they just said,
I mean, we all know that's Bruce Lee, Yeah.
I just think it's like a mass audience would not understand, or would
it was actually based on a character named Dr. Aegon.
Breathes fire.
Dr.
Aegon, everybody knows him.
Dr. Aegon, and the period was lost, and so it became Dragon.
Yeah, well, everyone does that. That's obvious. Yeah.
To answer Ayush's question, yes, it was his title, but the whole point was he was the Dragon. Like, he wasn't called the Dragon, like, number 2, number 3, number 4. That was just his title.
Oh, yeah. To their knowledge, he was the one and only dragon.
Yeah.
And then the Dragon Reborn would be the second and only second dragon. I think that's kind of the point of what you guys are talking about. Am I wrong?
Yeah, and maybe we probably should have prefaced it that.
So it's not like the last dragon, because there was many dragons before him, and there will be many dragons later on. Like, it was more of,
and Louis Theron was the 73rd, and they weren't expecting there to be a 74th.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and that's like the whole point here.
But I don't dislike that aspect of that, though. Because that's the whole idea, is that there's multiple.
Yeah,
there are. The secondary piece of the whole idea, though, is that it takes so fucking long. You don't know that Louis Theron is, dragon number 2 to the fucking 50th power. You don't know that. You think that Louis Theron is the dragon.
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking not just to you, Joe, you piece of shit, but to other people who are pieces of shit.
Oh, no, but Jono, I get it though.
Oh, well then fuck it. If you get it, yeah.
We're going too far down with this minor quibble anyhow.
I love minor quibbles.
It's actually my favorite character from
I don't know why that got
shit, Thomas.
What?
Oh, I meant. Oh, hey.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It's trailer. That's tWoTcast for this week.
Yeah.
It's got to be right.
I think so.
If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments below. We read all of them. I don't know.
But we will.
No, I actually do read all of them. Because we get email notifications. I just don't respond, because then I would have to open the whole goddamn thing. You know what I mean?
We'll get better. We'll get better at it.
Yeah, possibly.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna task Jono with this, respond to YouTube comments thing.
No, we're not,
because he doesn't do anything.
But he won't do that either.
Oh, you're right. Shit. All right, fine.
But anyway, find us on Twitter. Get us on Patreon. Find our Patreon. Do we have the link there?
I mean, we've got something.
We forgot to put it up earlier so people could join, and then we could shout them out during the show, which they would definitely want to be associated with.
Only.
I mean, that being said, we might start just live streaming for Patreons only, and then later on you can watch it on YouTube. We don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, you might need to join Patreon. That's all I'm saying.
I want to see you can listen to the shows wherever you get your podcasts, but I don't know if they're coming out as podcasts anymore. Joe hasn't done it in a while. He had a baby.
I did have a baby.
One of our very, very loyal listeners sent us a tweet that said they don't do podcasts anymore with crying faces.
Dr. Abshadow.
Because you haven't put out a podcast in a million.
What?
No, it was Ollie.
All right, I'll put out a podcast, guys.
Yeah, put the podcast.
I apologize.
There's
I love us guilting Joe.
Hey, wait, you know what?
when
You know what?
Joe
Honestly,
had
Tom,
a
though, no,
second
this is
kid.
Jono. Shut the fuck up! God damn it! This is a serious note, but it's not.
I mean, we have to get them
Stop
out.
looking dejected. Stop looking dejected. On a serious note, though, to address that, I did actually have a child, and that's why I'm very tired.
Everybody,
I'll get on that. Everything will be back to normal soon. Don't worry.
email or tweet us the statute of limitations for Joe to be able to use this as an excuse.
Yeah. Let me know
say
how long
3
I can
days.
say "fuck you"
3
because I had a
days.
kid.
A month?
It's already gone
Those?
well past that.
All right, fine, fair enough. God damn,
Is
What was
anyone-
Grayson's
is anyone gonna
birthday?
read any of the
sons
rest of
of bitches.
Was the 18th Grayson was born?
Wrap this up, Tom.
Oh, I'll just keep going. The theme song. I mean, Taffy Bennington does our opening theme song. Andrel does our closing theme song. I feel like everybody knows how to find them.
You're not doing a very good job at this at all.
Well, I've had to do the entire goddamn thing by myself. You guys are supposed to be trading off with me, you fucking dicks. Anyway, say goodnight, Jono.
Good night, Jono.
Say goodnight, Joe.
Keep the change, you filthy animals.
I'm Tom, study fucking off.
Among the first to start, the tWoTcast was so smart to lovingly bash our favorite books. But that was long ago, and now they've grown the show, and now they got us in their hooks. Don't throw coins to these bastards, they need bars of gold at least. Someone please keep them afloat. Now let's listen as they once again ramble through a book. Let's get the fucking quote. One of them is Tom, but he is barely on. Sometimes he calls into the show. Another one is Jono. Is he their joker? Oh no. And Joe, is he the stupid one? Welcome to the tWoTcast. We will share our love for books and all our hate in every episode. We'll entertain you, make you laugh so hard you barely can stand up. That is the tWoTcast code.